We're live.
All right, there we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Enlightened World Network's A Meditation a Day. I'm your host this evening, Niobe Weaver, and I am just thrilled to be able to work with my dear beloved angel and heart sister, Anayah Joi Hollily, and I hope I didn't mangle your last name, but Anayah is here with us. She is the founder, creator of Angel Heart Radio, of Angel Light 777, and she has a new book coming out, and I love this title of it, The Angel Code, Journey into the Words Whispered to Me. Think about that. Oh, that is just beautiful. We're going to find out more about that book after she has given us her meditation today. But I just find that just beautiful. And that is just absolutely everything that is this woman that you're seeing right here and now. She is an angel on earth and listens to the angels and has just brought more peace, more joy, more understanding to all of her people that listen to Angel Heart Radio and everything that she brings out into the world. So before I, keep going on too long, let's please welcome Anayah. Thank you, Anayah.
Oh, Niobe, thank you. I got such a heart hit. I'm feeling a bit emotional because it was, when your heart gets so full, and the energy you were giving me just then was so beautiful and sincere that it was just overflowing my heart. And when that happens for me, there's always tears. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, you're welcome. It's the real, you're the real deal. You're the real thing.
Thank you. Yeah. This is wonderful.
So, think of that is him. So what are the angels whispering in your ear for us this evening? What's already coming up and you're already feeling it and it's beginning to come through? Anayah channels the angels, and her meditations that she brings to you are fully channeled from the angels. So what are the angels whispering to you? Are you ready to step into our meditation?
Okay. Always. Always ready for the angels' love.
Okay.
So this morning I was chatting to them, and I said to them, can you give us a heads up? And they gave me an impression, and that's all I have at the moment. The way it works for me, Niobe, is my journey with the angels has been, like many people's, an amazing step into trust. And for me, it's that not knowing what I'm going to present and being willing to sit in the space, breathe, and just, as the words come, share them. So that's what we'll be doing for today's meditation.
Okay. Wonderful.
Is everyone ready? Okay. So if you're driving or you're doing anything that requires your full attention, please come back later. This will be available on Enlightened World Network. And of course, it will also be available on Angel Heart Radio and Angel Light 777 on Facebook. So take a breath and just allow yourself to be right where you are. And just take another beautiful, gentle, loving breath. And feel yourself begin to settle in, and feel all your rhythms begin to just harmonize. Your breath is gentle. Your heartbeat is loving you. You're surrounded and filled with God's love, with His angels' love, their care and compassion, their support, and the ever-present message to remember your magnificence, for magnificent you truly are. Okay, now invite the angels, the universe, creator, God, invite this beautiful, unconditional, loving, light, encoded energy that is all around you and within you, and is in fact you, invited to really make its presence felt. Breathe it in and imagine a shining star way above your head, getting larger and larger, shining brighter and brighter, and its radiance unlike anything you've ever experienced. And this love and this light trickles into your physical being, down through the top of your head, down into your eyes, your beautiful eyes, and your ears, your face and your cheekbones and your jaw and your neck, and down it trickles. Down into your neck again. Let it come down fully into your shoulders, down through your body, and your torso is completely filled, completely loved. Every single cell, every single organ and tissue, bone, cartilage, down through your hips and your knees, down through your calves and into your legs and your feet. Your arms are glowing with this radiance. Your fingertips are light with this radiance. And down you go, down into the waiting arms of Mother Earth. She's ready for you. She's welcoming you, embracing you. Down you go, down through the layers of Mother Earth. And anything and everything that you feel ready to release, I'm going to let go into the heart of Mother Earth as we go down into her beating heart, to the crystalline palace. And there we are. And just gently, as though it were a babe in arms, take your pain and your hurt, your fears, your anxieties, your anger, your frustration. Just place them in the crystal cradle that's there waiting specifically for you and specifically for this purpose. And as you place it all in the cradle, just spend a moment and give thanks for each and every feeling, fear, thought, anxiety, every spark of anger or jealousy or hate. Every little bit is a teacher, a wise and loving teacher that you yourself were ready to receive in this lifetime and learn from. And such is your magnificence, you're ready to release, honor, give thanks, forgive, feel compassion and generosity towards your magnificent self. Just spend a moment. And when you're ready, begin to take all that lightness and that love, all the joy of release, and take it up, 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 as we come back up through the layers of Mother Earth. And stretch your awareness now and feel all the energies of Mother Earth radiating, harmonizing, beating, pulsating as you come up, back up to the surface. And as you arrive on the surface, see your world with new eyes. And feel a gentle breeze on your face. Feel the kiss of sunlight on your skin. And look around and you'll see a place you know instinctively to travel to. And when you see it, be there. This place, this beautiful place is for you. And there's a wise animal or bird, elemental, angel. There's someone there who's come to support you with something specific you wish to really embrace in your heart, in your mind, in your life. And just spend a moment now and share exactly what that is with them. And become aware of some water nearby. The sounds are beautiful and gentle, soothing. You begin to recognize the melody of life, the melody of hope, the melody of joy. Share with your teacher, share with your guide, share with your supporter. And if you choose, you can ask them to stay with you in a way that's really easy for you to integrate into your daily life. So you can continue this journey together, this journey of learning. Begin to move off now. Just begin walking. And as you do, the scene begins to open again, and you become aware that your feet are on a path. And this path begins to lead you up, winding up and up, higher and higher. The scenery is breathtaking. You've never seen anything or felt anything so beautiful before. And yet here you are, and it's all there for you. Walking up, and it's effortless. It's so easy to climb higher and higher until you reach the pinnacle. And as you do, without any trace of fear, walk to the edge and look out around you. You're so high up. You see your life mapped out. All the past, the present, and possible futures are all mapped out before you. And with your wise guide and your angels, you open your arms wide, effortlessly. You lean forward, feeling completely supported. You may have an angel holding you. Your arms may turn into the wings of a magnificent eagle. But somehow you know you are fully supported and safe to take the step and fly. And you soar and soar. You feel the air supporting you. You feel God's love supporting you. Your guides and angels supporting you. And what felt so fearful just moments ago is suddenly so easy. so simple. And you fly and swoop and you gaze upon everything that's laid out before you. And these scenes are all your possibilities. They're endless. And none of them are right and none of them are wrong. And you can choose any, all, none. Whatever feels completely in harmony with your journey is available to you. And the sun is warm and the air is sublime. The water sparkles. The grasses are gently bending in the breeze. And become aware of a magical portal, a light, a door. And you move toward it. And as you arrive, you stand before it. And when you're ready, you reach out and you gently open it, knowing that as you do, you will begin to come back into your current position, completely renewed, invigorated, inspired, uplifted, joyful, ready, so ready to take whatever step you feel guided to. And the step after that, and the step after that, and the step after that. And when you're ready, gently open the door and make your way through. Just notice where you are. Feel your feet on the ground, Mother Earth's pulsating love, connected and harmonized with you. Become aware of your legs and your knees, your hips, your torso, up to your arms and up to your shoulders, up through your neck. And with a breath, begin to feel what it's like to be present here again. And in this space, give thanks, not only for your guides and your teachers, for your creator, for the angels, but for you. Give thanks to you for your willingness, your courage and your generosity and your strength, and even for your fears. For every fear teaches us something. And give yourself a gentle hug. Feel your wonderful body. It supports you in this life and gives you all these opportunities. And take in a breath and feel all the energy still connected with that beautiful star of love and light. It's always connected with you. Now you are aware of it. When you're ready, simply open your eyes and welcome back. Welcome back. And welcome back to me too.
Anayah, thank you. That was incredible. That was a very deep, moving, loving, opening experience. It was absolutely wonderful for me. I know that it had to be the same for all of us, those out that are with us this evening and watching. So, oh my goodness. Yeah.
It's
It
wonderful.
was, it is. Yes,
Yeah.
it is. And my body is wonderfully relaxed and
And I feel really, I feel, and I know this is going to sound like a complete anticlimax. I feel so okay with everything. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Okay is such a small word, but it means so much. The things that were
Yes.
on my mind before I started, the worries that I might have been subconsciously churning over, suddenly just don't seem to have any validity at this moment.
Right.
Mm.
Because you brought us into the fullness of the moment of all that is right here and now.
Mm.
That's what matters.
And that's what
And
matters.
everything is okay.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And this journey with the angels has been so incredible for me, Niobe, because when I started, or before I started working with them, that was so far away from what I ever believed or experienced. I felt everything was wrong about me. Everything. I mean, everything. And I know a lot of you can relate to this. I felt completely broken and useless and unlovable and just wrong. Like every bit of me was wrong. And beginning that journey with the angels was so profound, because when they very first said to me those simple words, "Beloved, remember your magnificence." Oh, it's that rush. But at the time, I felt so humbled, because no one had ever said anything like that to me before. I'd never felt that was possible. You know, I thought that was for somebody else. It certainly wasn't for me. And
Yeah.
that was their opening with me.
That full unconditional acceptance and love.
Yeah. And to
And
remember our magnificence, they've over the years unveiled to me like the tiniest bit on the pinhead of awareness of it, because our magnificence is absolute. And we're here to remember that in whatever way we can. And even if it's for a moment, even if it's for a split second, it's enough, because it opens that door.
it opens that door, and we step through, we allow ourselves to come to that door, and come to that door, we return again and again, and it gets easier, it becomes more natural, because that is our natural state of who and our being. And the more we come to it, and the more we open that door, and the more we literally, ourselves and our whole being changes, our body, our mind, our spirit starts to vibrate with that knowledge of our magnificence.
Yeah.
And that acceptance of it. I mean, and you glow with your magnificence. That is, you are a way shower. You are an example of exactly, what your journey has been, that you couldn't believe that was you. And
Yeah.
here you are.
And here I am. And it opened my willingness, as was a big thing for me, because I was very resistant. I was not willing to believe that, because if I began to believe it and then I found out it wasn't true, that would have crushed me, you know?
Yeah.
So it was that big step of, oh my God. But when I got that willingness, they showed me I could just open the door to it. I didn't even have to be willing. I could be willing to become willing. I could be willing to become willing to become willing to become willing. And they're the doorways. There's so many doorways for us. There isn't a one way. It isn't about, well, I've got the answer. I don't have any of the answers. I just know what I love to share and what has opened my world up. my life and my self-love. I know the journey of that, and that's what I'm excited to share.
Oh, that's so beautiful. So how are you sharing it in your new book? Can you share that with us?
Oh, I'd love to. Look, it's so thrilling, and it's been almost 20 years in the making.
Oh
I,
my.
I know. This has been such a leap of faith for me. You know, a book falls off the shelf or someone hands you a book and your whole world changes. Well, that happened to me. And I was reading in a book called Angel Speak, a guide how to talk to your angels, that you could actually talk to your angels and get messages from them. And I just felt this, I don't know what I felt. I just got that rush of energy, and I read it, and I did what it said. And I began, and here they are, 2001, I picked up my diary and I began to ask the angels, what do you want me to know? Well, who knew? I had no idea what was going to happen. At first, the first message I got through, I was aware of, and it made sense, and it was great. And then the next message, as I began to get more messages through, I was completely unaware of what they were saying, because they'd give me one word, and then there could be a long, long period of time before another word came through. And I just write each word down, but it was probably the one time I could say that I was really faithful to the process. And the only reason I realized later that I was faithful to the process of asking, waiting, breathing, and writing and trusting was not because I had any kind of tools to do that, because I didn't, but it was because it felt amazing to be in that space. I had never felt such acceptance, such love, such generosity, such warmth and kindness ever. So I kept doing it, and I didn't even read them. I didn't even read them to start with.
Oh my goodness.
So one day I thought, I actually said something the first time. I just closed up. Well, that was a bunch of BS, but my God, it felt good. I'm going to keep doing that. So when I began to read what they said, it was almost like that that Twilight Zone moment. How did those words get in this book? They were in my handwriting, and I had no memory of writing any of them, not a single solitary one.
Oh my goodness.
I began to read them, and they were talking to me about things that I'd never heard of. Vibrational healing, tones. They were talking about all this stuff and words that I'd never heard of, and they used some very unusual language. To this day, some of them don't make any sense to me. And in one of the earlier drafts, I cut them all out, but I didn't feel right. That's not wrong. So I said to them, what do I do? And they said, what do you think you should do? And I said, well, I think I should leave them. And they didn't say anything. And I said, but what if people think I'm an idiot? And they said, are you willing to trust us? And I said, yes. And they said, what doesn't make sense to you will make perfect sense to someone. So it took 7 years to transcribe the messages. And later on, I realized it's very difficult to transcribe your own work, like your own writing, especially my writing. It's abysmal. And later on, I said to them, why has it taken so long? Like, am I not doing this right? And then they began to reveal to me the code. It's why it's called the angel code. There is a code. Every word is encoded with a particular frequency. And it's not a frequency. When you read it, Niobe, when I read it, when you read it, it is already divinely matched to what you need. Yeah, and they showed me, it was like little pieces of jigsaw puzzle floating around the air, and they would just automatically find their way to the right. Right?
Oh, that is really cool. Yeah.
I didn't know
Oh,
for years and years and years. I didn't know that had a code in it. I didn't know. And then one day they gave me a vision. I saw a woman walk into a bookstore, and oh my gosh, Niobe, she was just in such despair. It still breaks my heart to see her in this vision in that way. And everything about her was drab. Not to look at, but you could tell her energies were drab. It was like she was shielded in a grey mist.
Mm-hmm.
And she went to the bookstore and she was walking along looking at books, and she got drawn to the section that my book was in, and she would never normally go there, and she couldn't understand what she was doing there. But she reached out and she began to run a hand along until she came to my book. And then she found herself reaching out and she pulled it off the shelf and she opened it. Again, the heart hit. It was so beautiful. The light that began to stream out of the book, it was like nothing I'd ever witnessed. And it was golden, it was effervescing, it was shafts, it was floating and magical, it was incredible. And in that light were all these musical notes, and they were playing all around her, and they began to settle in and around her. And it was like in a movie, from her feet up, the colour came back into her life. And that's when I knew that, yes, the book would be published, and yes, it would be in bookstores. And of course, now we've got the internet. We didn't have that then.
Yeah.
Now you can just go, you'll be able to go online and order it as well, anywhere in the world. And the other day they popped in and they said to me, very quietly and gently as their way, Anayah, do you realise that we gave, no, that's not what they said. What did you say? They said, do you realise that when you receive this message, these words, this code, this book, it was pre-harmonic convergence? I went, wow, oh my God. I mean, the entire consciousness on the planet was different then. And somehow, and that's what I say to you guys, don't worry if you're ready. You know, just take the steps that feel really loving and nurturing to you, because what we're given, sometimes we've got no understanding of. We don't understand what it is. And I certainly didn't understand. And I'm only becoming more fully aware of it now as I've worked with these messages for so long. So again, some of them don't make any sense, guys. So if you pick up the book, or when you pick up the book and you open it and you see this one particular message, you're going to go, what? That's, if it doesn't resonate, it's not for you. But there are people out there who need this particular message. And the other thing is, it's also a personal oracle. You can open it up anywhere. You can read it in any order, in any sequence. And what they start today, they'll pick up the thread later, and the threads run all the way through. It's fabulous.
That is, and what you said, we can think that we've missed our time, or I'm not there yet, but there's not any of that, because everything is in divine timing.
Everything
Is in the divine timing, and we're not behind and we're not ahead, and we didn't miss out. We have that thing, oh, I missed out, but it's like, no, and that's to love ourselves and lighten up on ourselves and step into it, and not admonish ourselves and put ourselves down. They don't want us to do that.
No, they don't. And in fact, when we do that, the biggest thing, I guess, the biggest revelation for me was how they literally have no judgment for us. They see our perfection in every single moment. They know that when we do, it's because it's part of what we are learning, growing, and experiencing through. It's become so simple, even though it's very complex for us.
It is very complex for us.
So do we have time for a quick message? I'm not quite sure.
Let's see what is our time. We're at 5:38. Sure, go ahead.
Okay, I'm just opening it up in, here we go. Now this one was received on the 11th of May, 2001. Okay. The possibilities are endless. As the tides, so too comes to you change, growth, renewal. As you feel its pull on you, its ebb and flow, its give and take, so should you experience anew each new possibility, each new gift. Open your arms to their gifts, for gifts they are, to you, for you, with or without you. Join the chorus, raise your voice, wing your way, still your mind, for it too has a flow, a rhythm. Find it, seek it, always seek. For in this journey lies the answers for which you were born to discover. The treasure is hidden, but it is there, accessible always for those who wish it. That's one of the messages. And one of the things they've taught me is it seems like such a simple message, but as you begin to work with the frequency, the light codes, the angel codes within it, it's incredible what opens up in that message and in all the messages. And some of the words are very unusual that they use. And it's a constant invitation to delve ever deeper into our awareness of even the most simple word.
The most simple word can have the most depth and power that we've never experienced. That's where it is about the words have power.
Yeah.
Our words
and
have
far
power.
greater power than we are even minutely aware of.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So
when, go ahead.
So when? Okay, so
yes,
if you want to,
when is this book going to be, Bob? When are we going to be able to get your book?
It'll be this year. It will be this year. Now, if you'd like to be kept in the loop on what's happening, if you'd go to angellight777.com, there's you'll see there on the landing page, you can just add your name to be kept in the loop so you know what's happening, what's coming up, and what the progress is. You know, you won't be bombarded with lots of information and requests for anything. And the other thing the angels made me realize this morning, now they asked me to build this website in 2007 when all I knew how to do was read email. And when they asked me to build a website, I just went, have you lost your angelic minds? They just said, again, do you trust us? And I said, well, I do, kind of hesitantly. And then I said, what do I do? And then nothing. And then all of a sudden, a little biplane in my mind's eye flew across, a little red biplane, and had a long sign, and the sign said Google. And so I Googled, what do I need to know to build a website? You need a domain name. What's a domain name? How do I get one? What's this? What's that? And that's how I began. And so they helped me to realize something really beautiful about it today. They asked me, and this is not a reflection on anybody else's websites, please know that, but they asked that we don't have any advertising on the site, that everything, there will be times obviously like the book and possibly other things that I will have that people can purchase, but that I give. They said, dear one, let's give of your heart, give of your love. Give what you yourself have so desperately wanted and needed all your life, that others may too enjoy and share and feel the benefit and the nourishment from. Imagine that. Imagine being able to give so freely, and it hasn't always been easy. I've been tempted at times. Maybe if I just got, because there's quite a lot of cost involved. It's just no. They've always made everything work for me.
That's it. They've made everything work. It's no matter what, it's always worked out.
Because my human mind said, "How do I pay for this?"
Mm-hmm.
My human mind said, "Well, you can get advertising, and you can do all those pop-up ads and things," and then my angelic awareness said, "There are many more ways to get from point A to point B." And you see it like point A, point B. We see it as point A. Point B, point B. In amongst all that energy and all that love and all that flow. And so I did. So I've been so blessed. So yeah, so please do sign up there. Because I'd love to keep you in the loop. So I don't have a date as yet. This is an unusual book. I'm self-publishing with Balboa Press.
Okay.
And I always knew I would self-publish. I did go down the road with a publisher, but they wanted to change everything, of course. Yeah, and they just said, "You don't need to do that. It's okay." Right. And I said, "But how in the world do I?" Because I want it's a proper book, and I want it to be available in every country and accessible. And so I didn't want to just do it myself, because I knew, honestly, that I didn't have the vision of how to really do it. So to make it super professional and accessible for everyone. And then I went down to my letterbox one day. I got an email from Balboa Press. Heaven knows how they knew I was writing a book, offering me a deal. And then I went down to the letterbox about 2 days later, and there was $5,000 in it. Where do I get $5,000 from? Oh my God, angels, where do I get $5,000 from? He said, "Don't worry, it's all right." A couple of days later, it was just sitting in my letterbox. It was a gift from someone. "Please accept this gift with our love, to do something that means something beautiful to you."
There it is.
And that was it.
The absolute proof that when we release, we let go, and we trust.
Yeah.
We trust the way is made. When we step into our magnificence, we step into our calling, we listen and we just follow. It's all supported. It's completely supported. It's completely there. Yes. True. Oh my goodness.
So true. And so this was in 2015. So I paid for it straight away, and then sat on it for 5 years, because there were lots of reasons, actually. I wasn't quite ready, and working with the book the way I have, I just am so grateful for all of this. Working with the book the way I have, it's changed my energy over the years. And it doesn't mean to say that my energy was wrong and needed changing, but I'll change the word from change. It's nourished my energy and enriched my energy. And I've worked with my personal code by working with this book. I'm a completely different person today, as most of us are, but in very powerful ways. I'm a very different person to the person who first said to the angels, "What do you want me to know today?"
Right.
And it's all been about trust, because I really didn't have trust for anyone, anything. I was just terrified all the time. I felt unsafe all the time. All the time. I felt anxious all the time. And it was one day, hanging at the close, I suddenly realized that in my mind, I was going through terrible scenarios of things that would happen to me and ways that I could get help. And I didn't know that I was even doing that. You see? So there were all these layers and levels of fear and distrust. And I didn't, at the time, understand that what they were doing was they were just loving them into wholeness by helping me to remember my magnificence. And when you begin to remember, and some days I don't, I yelled at the dog. I yelled at Sam last week. I was so het up about something. He kept getting, Sam, get out of the darn way. And then I was horrified. Then I said, Angels, what am I going to do? And they said, well, you don't have to do anything, darling, because it's just a moment and Sam's okay and you're okay. And let's just remember your magnificence. Because that's part of
what I'm hearing is as you've worked with this book, when you said it's nourished your energy, it's what it's doing is it is just shifting that frequencies and the vibration within you, bringing you into your fullness.
Yeah, it continues to do
more. It's just like this blossom. It just continues to unfold more and more and more and more and more. And what an incredible way to live.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It changes everything, absolutely everything about my life, myself, my experience, my outlook has changed. And that's not to say I don't have time, anxiety, stress, fear, worry, because I do. But the thing is, it's not about avoiding that any longer, which is how I lived the bulk of my life. It's about when that comes up, I now have wonderful tools, amazing opportunities. I'm changing all the time, not because I feel I need to change, but because I'm growing.
Yeah.
That
and it feels good. It's exciting.
Yeah.
It feels good and it's exciting to grow.
Really is.
It does.
It does.
Because you're just feeling more and more of yourself and going, I did, and I can.
And I am.
And I desire to do more of it.
Yeah. It's very thrilling, isn't it? It's a kind of love. I always used to want great love, and romances are my favorite. Like, romantic comedies are still my favorite movies. I mean, all the feel-good stuff. But I used to yearn for it. I used to long for someone to come and sweep me away and lift me up and make me feel loved. And it's changed so completely now because I know that I'm that one. God's that one for me. Creator, the angels, that's what it's about. And my human companions now, the people I choose to spend time with, are just so gorgeous and amazing. For their own individual, selves.
And isn't that the gift that you look around you at the people that have come into your life and are in your life and you go, oh my goodness, what amazing people and souls I have around me. I feel that way like about you and people with Enlightened World. And I mean, I have these women, these sisters all over the world that I'm like going, oh my goodness, I am so honored to be a part of this, be a part of these women, a part of this consciousness, these lives. And it just fills me up. And it's like, I don't see enough of you. So,
but we connected instantly, didn't we? We just went,
we did.
It was so good. Yeah. It's like, I remember you. We just remembered each other's souls. It was so beautiful.
Oh, it was. And I am so thrilled to have been able to be here and host with you today. And I'm not Ruth Anderson that's up there in the blog. I'll get used to the technology. I'm Niobe Weaver. And we have been with Anayah Joi Holilly.
Holilly. I think Holilly.
Holilly, thank you.
Holilly.
Sorry. Holilly. And
you said it beautifully.
Holilly. And we have had a wonderful evening with her as on a meditation a day here at Enlightened World Network. Once again, she will be having a book coming out, The Angel Code, Journey into the Words Whispered to Me. Go to angellight777.com and there's a place on there that you can sign up to keep getting an email and for her to let you know when her book comes out and is available. So again, Anayah, thank you so much, love. Thank you. And to all of you out there that have been with us, thank you for tuning in and being a part of Enlightened World Network. If this fills you up and you find that Enlightened World Network is nourishing you, please share it with other people, because that's what it's about. And so what Anayah was saying also, it's about sharing the love and sharing this wonderful vibration of lifting each other up. So until next time, blessings and have a good night. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Lots of love.